Chapter 9. I sit on the low brick wall staring at my mobile. On the playground, most of the boys in my class are staging a rerun of last night's Champions League match. Usually I'd be right there in the middle of the action, but I can't stop watching the spinning spiral in the centre of the home screen. It looks even larger than before, its golden curve growing wider as the spiral unwinds. I think it's trying to take over my phone. My dad says that when something goes wrong in space, you need to work the problem. This means breaking a situation down step by step in order to find the right answer. Astronauts need to think about all the possibilities to help them identify the correct solution. It could mean the difference between life and death. If I want to find out what this weird spiral is, that's what I need to do now. I've got to work the problem. First step is to think about when it first showed up on my phone. It was only after I got back from the observatory that the buzzing started. This must mean I downloaded it when I connected my mobile to Professor Forster's laptop. The next step is to think about what it is. The most logical answer is some kind of computer virus. This fits with some of the weird stuff my phone has been doing. The annoying buzzing sound, the way my calculator went screwy and started spitting out all those random numbers. A computer virus could do all those things, right? But then I think about the other strange things that have been happening. The way my fingertip lit up like a torch when I touched the spiral for the first time. Then how time seemed to disappear during that maths test. 1 minute I was writing out my own equation, the next the bell is ringing for break, and my desk is covered with scrawled pieces of paper, every page filled with letters and numbers that look more like Egyptian hieroglyphics. In my head, I can picture the pop-up message that appeared on Professor Forster's laptop when I plugged my phone in. It said there was an incoming transmission from the Hubble Space Telescope. On the screen, the golden spiral is still spinning, the phone silently vibrating in my hand. A crazy thought jumps to the front of my brain. What if I downloaded this from outer space? Professor Forster said she was using the Hubble telescope to search for signs of extraterrestrial life. What if the spiral is the signal she's been searching for? The shape of the girl-sized shadow falls across me to interrupt this crazy train of thought. "How come you're acting so weird in class?" Minty says as I look up to see her silhouetted in the sun. "One second you're trying to cheat, and then the next it looked like you were writing out the craziest sum in the world." I don't know what to say, so I just shrug my shoulders. Minty sits down on the wall next to me. As if annoyed by Minty's presence, my mobile gives an angry buzz. "Text from your dad?" Minty asks. I glance down at my phone. In the centre of the screen, the golden spiral is slowly revolving. I shake my head. "It's just a stupid phone," I say, showing Minty my mobile. It keeps buzzing for no reason at all." "No wonder," Minty laughs. "I mean, your phone is seriously ancient." "It's not that," I reply, bristling slightly. "It's just..." As a football thuds into the wall next to us, missing Minty's legs by a centimetre or two. "Oi!" she shouts out angrily. "Do I look like a goalpost?" Then with a flick of her hair, Minty turns her attention back to me. "Do you miss him?" "Who?" I say, slightly distracted by a strange tingling sensation I can now feel in my fingers. "Your dad." Stuffing the phone in my pocket to try and escape its vibrations, I nod my head in reply. "Yeah, of course I do. I mean, I get to chat to him most nights, and I can see him on TV and stuff, but it's not the same as having him here." Minty sniffs. "I know," she says. "It's the same for me." Feeling puzzled, I shoot Minty a questioning look. "What do you mean? When was your dad on TV?" "He was on Crime Watch," Minty replies, "although it wasn't really him." My dad's an astronaut. Minty's is a bank robber, space hero, career criminal. It's not the same at all. I'm just trying to think of the best way to tell her this when Minty asks me another question. "When is your dad coming home?" "He lands back on Earth in 9 days' time," I say. "Then he'll have a ton of medical tests and press conferences to do. But I hope he'll be home pretty soon after that." Minty sniffs again. "My dad doesn't get out for another 10 years. I might have left home by the time he comes home." The football thuds against the wall again, but this time Minty doesn't say a thing. I imagine Dad being stuck in space for another 10 years. On the ISS he travels all the way around the world every 92 minutes. 1 minute he's over Great Britain, the next he's racing across the Atlantic Ocean. When we speak on the phone, Dad sometimes tells me what he can see through the cupola window. Deserts and lakes, cities and mountains, the landscape changing constantly as day turns to night and back again in the space of an hour. He makes it all sound so amazing, but the only sight I really want to see is Dad. And Minty has to wait 10 years for hers. I don't know what to say, so I decide to change the subject. "Minty, do you really believe in aliens?" "Uh-huh," Minty sniffs, wiping her face with the sleeve of her jumper. "The evidence is irrepressible." And do you think they might be sending us messages? All the time, Minty replies. I feel the phone vibrate in my pocket, the strange tingling sensation now creeping up the back of my neck. And these messages, I say, raising my voice as the buzzing sound from my pocket grows louder. Do you think the aliens could send them to a mobile phone? Minty laughs out loud. Don't be stupid, she says. The roaming charges will be massive. The school bell rings across the playground. Come on, Minty says, jumping to her feet. Let's find out what our next stupid space challenge is.